Willie D Live.
These lives matter.
All lives matter. And they brought the cops into it. And blue lives, man, look, we ain't talking about that right now.
Right.
We talking about right now what's going on in the black community. All lives matter. And it's not just, people just thought it was about police brutality and stuff like that. But it's not. It's about see us. And I use an example of being at a coffee stand, paying for coffee, and, some white woman to come up and just start talking to the cashier like I ain't standing there. My life matters. It's a whole bunch of things. It's not just about the police brutality, but it's everything. In healthcare and education, our lives matter too. So don't forget us. And that's the messaging. So I try to put that in there with a few jokes behind it so people make it digestible for the people who can't digest stuff like the halftime Super Bowl show. But anyway, that's a whole nother story.
What? No, man, no, you opened it up. The halftime Super Bowl show.
Yeah.
First of all, what did you think of the show?
Loved it.
Yeah?
And loved it, and for several reasons. One, I love hip-hop, right? I live in L.A., been in L.A. since 92. I was born in California, so I'm West Coast for sure, right? Also, I remember seeing Kendrick years ago when he was like, this may have been 2012, 2013. I was hosting a show in Austin, Texas for South by Southwest, and the whole Top Dog Entertainment had rented out a bar to do shows, and it was all on Schoolboy Q, Ace Hood, Kendrick, and I kind of knew who he was, but I wasn't sure. He hadn't really broke yet. But in this bar, man, it was like packed with young white boys, like from 18 to like 40, and they knew every lyric, every song. This thing was still like on YouTube Underground, and I'm like, wow, they were into Kendrick way back then. So to see him play the halftime show was like, bam, seeing him go for that to that was made. And the same thing happened to Nelly. Being from St. Louis, man, I saw in the Super Bowl, when the Rams went to the Super Bowl against the Titans, Nelly and the Lunatics were trying to get us to get the DJ at the basketball game during NFL weekend to play their song. And they played the song. It was Country Grammar. And this was like end of January, February 2000. That next year, Nelly played the halftime Super Bowl show. So in 365 days, you went from trying to get like your demo played at an NFL experience weekend during Super Bowl weekend to playing a halftime show with Aerosmith the very next year. So seeing cats go from that infancy stage to a major platform, I got love for. But Kendrick, man, I mean, he killed it. And those who didn't get it, like especially the white people didn't get it, was the ones who voted for Trump.
What about the black people who didn't get it?
Black people didn't get it. You probably voted for Trump too.
Is this a matter of just being on code, even for the people that support Kendrick and the ones who don't? Like, either whatever side you're on, you just get on code. And it seemed like to me that some people were just on code that was against him. Like, we're against that anything that ain't us, that we don't like, that we don't, if we don't see ourselves in that. Right. We're going to be against it. We're riding against it.
It wasn't for everybody. And just like I went to the Super Bowl in 2019, Rams, Patriots. And I think it was Maroon 5 that played. What's the group with the dude from American The Voice, Adam Levine. His group was what? Maroon 5? Is that his group?
Is that it?
Whatever group it was, they played the halftime show. That wasn't for us.
Maroon 5, right? Yeah.
That wasn't for us. Yeah. So it ain't going to be for everybody.
Right. Why is it that some people just have a damn hard time when it's black, but if it's other people, we just accept it and move on?
Exactly.
Like, we don't bitch.
Yeah.
We don't raise hell. You know, like okay, the Oscars. Okay, Oscars so white. Okay, that's it. Yeah. But everything else, like we see people doing their thing, and we might have a little comment or whatever, but we don't lose our shit.
We don't. Like, say for instance, Beyonce, best country Grammy for best country artist, best country album. Right? White people went into a hysteria, like Black Lives Matter. Oh my God, how could she? But when the white boy won the dunk contest in the NBA, we didn't protest and get mad. It's like he won. Let him have it. Right. So if we don't cry about white boys winning dunk contests, which is, it has no color, but come on, we own that. Then don't cry about, Beyonce winning best country album.
Yeah. Well, especially when we started country.
Yeah, exactly.
And especially with the fact that she's from the country.
Exactly.
I mean, this is the South, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, Texas,
this
baby.
H-Town, baby, you know what I'm saying? This is, when I say country, meaning that Texas is the epicenter of country music. You know what I'm saying? It ain't Tennessee, it ain't
Nashville.
Nashville.
Well, it ain't all, I love Nashville, but it ain't all. Come
Texas.
on.
When you
own a genre.
When have you ever seen a cowboy or a western movie that was based in Nashville? You know, it's Texas, California, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Mexico.
Arizona, Mexico. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be hating on my girl, man.
Yeah, man. It's like, artists, y'all don't own it. When Macklemore won Best Rap Album one year, you know, well, maybe we did have a little bit.
Well, we knew we knew it was fraud, but we still didn't have the reaction they had.
Right.
I mean, they lost their shit.
Yeah.
It's people comment that don't even like music, period.
Right.
They don't even like hip hop, period, and they commenting.
Right.
Like they don't have no understanding of the music at all, but they got something to say about it, and that is because they didn't see themselves. Because if I can guarantee you, if you would have put any white artist on that stage, and it could have been hip hop.
Right.
It could have been a white artist that talk really vulgar, and it could have been the Too Short version or the Too Live version or the Ghetto Boys version
Ghetto Boys,
of a white group, and they would have celebrated. They wouldn't have. They either would have celebrated or had nothing to say.
Exactly.
So we know what that's about, and so
cut and dry.
Just so y'all know in the future, when y'all do stuff like that, when you get overly excited and triggered by stuff like that, you're telling on yourself.
Yep.
You're letting us know exactly who you are.
Yeah, him sensitive.
You was talking about I really wanted to go back to the BLM thing, right? BLM. So we know that the messaging didn't quite hit with you, right?
Right, and then it didn't help that it was a little fraud behind it too. You know, that didn't help the cause either. We gave, the money was kind of misappropriated from what I allegedly. So that didn't help.
Now I'm not okay. I heard about that,
right?
And I'm not sure if those claims were substantiated.
Allegedly,
I'm not sure. But even if there was some fraud, there's a BLM is a huge organization.
Right.
And I'm not defending it. I'm just giving you the facts.
Absolutely.
It's a huge organization. They have multiple chapters around the country.
Right.
So if one person that works for one chapter does something inappropriate with the money, or two people does something inappropriate with the money, do you throw the baby out with the bathwater? Because I know they don't do that with the Red Cross, and I know it's a lot of theft going on at the Red Cross. I know it's theft going on at Blue Cross.
And all them crosses.
And all the crosses, right.
Even the Jesus Christ cross.
Exactly.
There's a lot of stuff going in the church.
Yeah, so do you throw the baby out with the bathwater?
No, you don't, but with like us being black people, when one black person mess up, they all blame all of us.
I know. But
so same thing with BLM. If one chapter messes up, they're gonna throw everybody into the
and knowing that
under the bus.
And knowing that and understanding that it is unfortunate that they try to hold us accountable for other people's actions.
Right.
And we're not allowed to be held by our own merit.
Right.
But that's their problem, not ours. So
right. Absolutely.
So we should not be trying to put that kind of pressure on ourselves, because that's too much pressure to hold.
Absolutely.
Think about it. When I was growing up, we would watch television and the news come on and they talk about a murder or rape or some type of crime, and my mom would be sitting there like, "Ooh, I hope he wasn't black." That's too much damn pressure, man. I don't give a damn what color he is, because look, man, it would be nice if our people didn't engage in stuff like that, but at the end of the day, that's too much pressure on me. I ain't did shit, man. I'm chilling.
It's like the DC sniper. When we found out, he was like, "Oh, damn, he was black."
Yeah, but the thing is that that's on him. He got to go get a lawyer.
Yeah.
He got to go to jail.
Yeah.
His family life has to be disrupted, not mine.
Right.
I'm going to keep it moving. Now, for those who try to hold us accountable for the actions of a few,
right,
that's on them, and it shows their lack of intelligence and how ignorant they are. It has nothing to do with me.
Right.
So I think we have to get used to that, just like we have to get used to not over tipping, because we hear how black people don't tip.
I'm guilty.